she was having a fun time at a party, just being a teenager. Everything she drank, I drank out of. And there was nothing that seemed off about her.
I called her and I sent her texts too, and she didn't answer, and so that's when I knew that something was wrong, because it was already so out of character.
This is Tahoe. This isn't supposed to happen here, you know?
Her family asking for help at a community meeting in Truckee.
It's not for a lack of want, it's not for a lack of...
Man, Sammy looks like she could barely keep her eyes open. And then there's Kylie's grandpa, and I'm not sure who's next to Kylie's grandpa. And then there's Mags and Sammy. Looks like she's having trouble staying awake. Must have had a rough night or something. I don't know. All right, I just wanted to point that out. So there's only like not even a minute left on this clip, just a few more seconds, and then I'll show you the two people that I want you guys to help out with, to see if you guys could see who they look like for me and see if we could figure it out.
Not for a lack of want, it's not for a lack of determination from everyone who I'm looking at.
And a plea to the parents of other young people who were at that party to ask them if they know anything.
And put yourself in their shoes. And be courageous for them.
Hey everybody, I'm still going at it. So the next thing I'm going to show you, I'm not sure how it relates to what happened to Kylie, if it does, but I know we're trying to go through some of these videos and like pick out if we recognize anybody. So I think I did recognize two people from the one video where they're doing the search. And I just want your opinion on it and see what you guys think, if you guys think it's the two people I'm thinking. So one looks like it might be that Nate Hurst guy, and then the other is either Steve Ross, Mag's boyfriend, or that one guy that's in like I think he has a purple suit. I'll show you. I'll put up a picture right here. He was in the dance picture with Kylie. I'm leaning more towards the guy walking here at the search is Steve Ross, because his hair looks a little lighter, but it's hard to tell. Like in the sun, sometimes redheads, it looks lighter like that. But then trying to figure out who's the guy in the fight video. Is that Steve Ross? Is that the other Steve, I think his name is, the guy that's in the dance picture with Kylie? Let me know what you guys think. The weird thing is the other guy standing beside the redhead almost looks like it could be either of the Steves too. Does it not? That's so weird, because the two guys don't really look alike, but yet when you compare each of the photos I have with each of the guys, I feel like I could see the resemblance. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So originally I was talking about the redhead to the left of this guy, but now I'm comparing that guy, okay, with this guy, which I think his name's Steve something. I'm not sure his last name. So you think this Steve guy that's on the right two pictures looks more like the redhead in the fight video, or the guy with the hat on in the fight video? Or do you think Steve Ross looks like the guy that's yelling with looks like redder hair and no hat? Or do you think he looks like the guy with a hat on? I know originally I was comparing these guys to the guy with the red hair that's yelling with no hat. But then as I'm looking closer at it, I'm thinking, wow, maybe, I mean, he kind of does resemble the other guy too. But the reason that it's pretty important to figure out if any of those guys in the fight video is Steve Ross, because remember, Steve is Magdalene's boyfriend. She claims that they left 10 minutes after the party. This fight supposedly was more towards the end of the party, right? So if we could match up Steve Ross to one of those guys, then that shows you that Magdalene is lying. That they were at the party longer, or at least her boyfriend was. But I thought she went home after 10 minutes with her boyfriend. So that's why it is kind of important. I mean, it could be relevant to what happened to Kylie. Okay, so let's go back to the search video. I think that looks more like Steve Ross. What do you guys think? I know we can only see the back of him, but I mean, it kind of matches the description from the back. I know I mean, we can't confirm it 100% because we're not seeing his face, but what do you guys think? All right, so now I'll show you who I think is maybe Nathan, and he's just sitting back there, like staring at Sammy. And didn't one of the Nathans date Sammy? I know I hear different ones. So I heard Nate H was dating Kate. So Nate H, I don't know if they're talking about Nate Hembrecht was dating Kate, or is dating Kate, or Nate Hurst, because they're both Nate H's, right? And then I heard Sammy was dating a Nate H. I heard she was dating a Nate C. I don't think currently, but I heard she was. So it just looks like this guy is just like, if it is Nate, he's just like sitting there watching her. So let me know if you think it's him. Okay, look, they just made eye contact. And that other lady, it looks like she's looking back at her. I don't know if they know each other. The girl's like looking The girl could be looking at the camera, or maybe she's looking at Sammy to see if she's looking at the guy. It's kind of weird. Sammy definitely makes eye contact with him, and he is looking at her. So there's something going on between them two. I mean, they obviously know each other, I'm sure. Or is he just some creepy guy? I don't know. I'm thinking that somebody associated with Sammy, and he's just watching her. Might be Nate H. Kind of looks like him. Might not be. You think it's him or somebody else? But whoever it is kind of creepy. You gotta admit it. He's just sitting there staring at her. Like, seems like pretty intensely. Let me know what you guys think.
I'm begging you to be kind. I'm begging you to be kind, be kind, be kind. I know that everyone's got mountains that they're climbing on. Sometimes we throw in ropes, but mostly we just throw 'em stones. You know the world never changed for better when hate carries on. So stop throwing love away just to say that